Excuse me, sir. Could you direct me to the schoolhouse?
Schoolhouse? Why? There's no one there. It's deserted.
Oh, yes. I'm the new schoolmaster. Ichabod Crane?
Ichabod, you say?
Yes, I've just arrived and don't know my way around.
It's not much of a schoolhouse, but it's on the other side of town. Just follow that road.
Thank you.
Brom Bones.
Did I hear right? You're the new schoolmaster?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm so glad you've arrived. My father said you would be here soon.
Your father?
Balterus Van Tassel.
Oh, yes. Mr. Van Tassel, the man who hired me.
Indeed.
Nice to be here. I've come all the way from Connecticut.
That's such a long trip you must be tired. I can show you the way to the schoolhouse if you'd like.
I don't think you should.
Well, it's my duty to show him. After all, my father hired him. It's not far, and I won't be long.
I'd appreciate it if you have the time.
I'd be glad to. It's not far. This way.
So your father is Baltus Van Tassel.
Yes, and I'm Katrina.
It's nice to have such a pretty guide.
What books do you have there?
I've got a New England primer, a grammar book, and one of my favorite books, Cotton Mather's Account of Witchcraft in New England.
Witchcraft.
Yes, casting magical spells and such. You know, the work of the devil.
Work of the devil?
Like my favorite quote, that there is a devil is a thing doubted by none, but such as are under the influence of the devil. For any to deny the being of a devil must be from ignorance or profaneness worse than diabolical.
That sends chills up my spine.
Yes, it does.
Sort of like the strange happenings around here.
Strange happenings?
Oh, forgive me, you haven't heard.
Heard what?
The strange things that people hear and see around Sleepy Hollow.
Such as?
People have been known to see an old Hessian soldier riding around on a big black stallion.
What's strange about that?
The strange thing is that very soldier is headless.
Headless?
Yes, people say they've seen him roaming around the Sleepy Hollow Road, and some say he's looking for his head.
His head?
They've found several headless bodies in the hollows around here.
Oh my.
Don't worry, he only roams around late at night. The schoolhouse is just ahead. I must be getting back to town.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Katrina. What was that? Nothing. Just my imagination. Katrina, would you please tell us what the letter from Jesse Root to Governor Trumbull said?
It said that the committee desires further powers for the punishment and suppression of tortoise.
Mr. Jansen, you are quite late.
I lost track of time. Sorry, sir.
What is the penalty for tardiness? Open.
But, sir... Ow!
Remember that the next time you contemplate being tardy. That's all for today, children. Class dismissed.
Mr. Crane,
Yes, Katrina?
will you be staying this week with my family?
Yes, your parents have invited me this week.
Oh, then I must get home and help prepare dinner for you.
Of course.
As you can see, Mr. Crane, we are quite well-to-do. That is why I needed to bring another teacher to Sleepy Hollow. If Katrina is to inherit all of this, she needs to finish her education so she knows how to manage things.
Yes, that would be very important.
I hope you will help her as much as possible with her schooling.
You, sir, you can be sure of that.
How are you getting on in Sleepy Hollow?
Very well, thank you, with the exception of the lad they call Brom Bones.
Oh yes, Brom. I'm told he has an interest in Katrina.
He's also quite mischievous.
Why, yes, he and his brother are quite the practical jokers.
The devil is now making one attempt more violent, an attempt more difficult, more surprising, more snarled with unintelligible circumstances than any that we have hitherto encountered. An attempt so critical that if we get through, we shall soon enjoy halcyon days with all the vultures of hell trodden under our feet.
Good evening, Katrina. Mr. Crane, may I speak with you?
Yes, of course, Reverend.
I understand that you have an interest in singing.
That's correct.
I wonder, would you be interested in leading the congregation in the singing of our psalms?
It would be a pleasure.
That's great. I'll organize a practice for tonight, if that's all right with you.
That would be fine. Thank you.
I'll see you around 7 then.
Will you join us this evening, Katrina?
Yes, I'd love to.
Happy are those who do not follow the way of the wicked, or take the path that sinners tread. Happy are those who do not sit in the seat of the scoffers, but their delight is in the law of the Lord. And on this law they meditate day and night. They are like trees planted by streams of water. They yield their fruit in its season, and their leaves do not wither in all they do. They prosper.
I see the schoolmaster has eyes for Katrina.
Yeah, he better keep his wandering eyes off of her.
Boy, I sure thought you would have put a stop to that nonsense by now.
I've tried, but nothing's worked.
Well, maybe it's time for more drastic methods.
Yep, maybe it is.
I sincerely thank you for leading the singing tonight, Ichabod.
It was a joy, Reverend.
Well then, good night.
Good evening, Reverend.
Good night, Reverend.
I'm glad you made it tonight. You have a wonderful voice.
Thank you. My parents are waiting. I'll see you at school.
Yes, of course. Good night.
No school today, teacher?
I gave the children a day off. I promised Mr. Van Ripper I'd have this fence mended by tomorrow.
I see. You know Katrina and I plan to marry, and I do not appreciate your advances towards her.
I should think Katrina would have a say in that.
She's just infatuated with your station in life.
I don't know about that. We get along very nicely.
Just keep your distance.
Elizabeth Van Houten, died July 21st, 1782, age 3 years. As a tribute of affection to the memory of a beloved child, this memorial is erected by her parents, Abraham and Adriana.
That was nice. Everyone enjoys listening to you read the epitaphs.
Thank you. I enjoy reading them.
I hear you're staying with the Van Rippers this week.
Yes, I am.
How are you and Mr. Van Ripper getting along?
Quite well. We don't seem to have any problems.
That's good. Will you be coming to the All Hallows Eve party tonight?
Of course. I would not miss it. I appreciate you letting me borrow gunpowder for the evening.
You take good care of him now. Not much gets done around here without him.
Don't worry. I'll look after him.
I'm sure you will. Remember, I need him early in the morning, so don't stay out too late.
Right, sir.
It was a very dark and dreary night, with the full moon the only light to see by. I was returning from a trip to Sleepy Hollow when the Hessian rode up beside me and obliged me to get up behind him on his horse. The moment I was aboard, the demon horse took off like a shot in the dark. He moved like lightning as he galloped off across the meadows, over the hills and swamp. As we reached the covered bridge, the horseman turned into a skeleton and flung me into the brook as he sprang away over the treetops in a clap of thunder.
Well, I met the horseman on Sleepy Hollow Road one night while returning from Sing Sing. It sure wasn't nothing like that, though. It was the witching hour when he rode up beside me and looked me square in the eye. I looked him right back in the eye and offered to race him for a bowl of punch. He was a jockey, you know. We raced hard, up and down the hills and around turns toward the hollow. I would have won, too, as Daredevil beat the goblin horse to the hollow. But as we reached the church bridge, the Hessian bolted and vanished in a blinding flash of light. That was the last I ever saw of him.
Just think, Katrina. After we're married, this will all be ours.
Married?
Yes.
I wouldn't marry you.
But I thought...
Well, you thought wrong.
Women. These women. just reach the other side of the bridge.